Welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to talk about prepositions of manner. Let's get started. Now, a preposition is usually a short word used to link nouns, pronouns, or phrases to other words within a sentence. Have a look at the example below. If I'm not mistaken, her birthday is in May. Now, the word in the sentence is a preposition, and it is used to link the word or the noun May to her birthday. Now, there are many types of prepositions. Among them are prepositions of manner. Now, they are used to express the manner in which something is done. We usually use prepositions of manner when we answer the question beginning with how. Have a look at the example over here. How did she lose weight? She lost weight by exercising. The preposition of manner by expresses the manner in which she lost weight. Now, there are several groups of prepositions of manner. A, in, and with. In and with are used to describe the way in which something is carried out, as in the examples below. She left the stage in tears. She was singing with tears in her eyes. B, by. By is used to denote either a person or a means of transportation, while with denotes an instrument. Have a look at the examples below. This house was built by my grandfather, denoting a person. Helen goes to work by bus, denoting a means of transportation. You need to cut the cake with a knife, denoting an instrument. Now, we can also use by plus verb ing. For example, you can't prove them wrong by doing nothing. See, at. At can be used to describe aggressive behavior. Now, compare the following examples. He talked to his wife. He talked at his wife. Note that the first sentence has a neutral behavior. And in the second sentence, the preposition of manner at describes an aggressive behavior. Note that we can also use the phrase in a friendly way or manner to describe actions, as in the example below. Mrs. Anderson spoke to me in an extremely polite manner. And now, let's review and practice a bit. Remember that we use in or with to describe the way in which something is carried out. And we use by to denote either a person or a means of transportation. Now read the sentences below and fill in the blanks using the appropriate preposition of manner. The student left the class, tears after being shouted at. The teacher. The next day, the teacher, tears in her eyes, was apologizing to the student. The student left the class in tears after being shouted out by the teacher. The next day, the teacher, with tears in her eyes, was apologizing to the student. Now, we use by to denote either a person or a means of transportation, and we use with to denote an instrument. Now, read the following sentences and fill in the blanks using the appropriate preposition of manner. All the pies are baked. My mom. Recently, she has started baking sponge cakes. You need to whisk the dough for 30 minutes to get a nice texture, but it was too rough to do it manually. But a new mixture is truly a piece of cake. All the pies are baked by my mom. Recently, she has started baking sponge cake. You need to whisk the dough for 30 minutes to get a nice texture, but it was too rough to do it manually. But with a new mixture, it is truly a piece of cake. Also note that we use at to describe aggressive behavior. Now rewrite the following sentence using the preposition of manner at. Mr. Towles always talks to his employees. Neutral. Mr. Towles always talks at his employees. Aggressive behavior. Here is a short story using prepositions of manner. Listen as I read so you can see how they are used in real-life conversation. After I'm done, make sure you understand all the grammar and read aloud yourself so that you can work on your own fluency and pronunciation. Alice looks amazing. How does she manage to lose weight? By exercising regularly. Was there some special diet? No, not really. For example, I go to work by bus and Alice always goes on foot. It seems obvious, but you really can lose weight by walking everywhere. Maybe I need to change my attitude to walking. I work out with pleasure because I feel like I'm definitely doing something to lose weight. But when it comes to walking somewhere, I'd rather go by car. And now, time for you to practice on your own. Read the following sentences and fill in the gaps with in, with, but, or at. A. Trying to cut a steak, a fork is not the best idea. B. I don't like traveling long distance, car. C. Little Susie left the room, tears after being scolded. Her parents. D. Al was telling her something, but she suddenly snapped him. E. Kim suddenly stopped playing and threw the ball. Noah. F. Mr. Griffith always reacts anger whenever a student makes a mistake. G. You can't make friends being grumpy all the time. H. This story was written Agatha Christie. I love Sandra's attitude to everything. She always does things a joyful manner. J. You'll actually save time going there foot. And now, let's check your answers. Trying to cut a steak with a fork is not the best idea. I don't like traveling long distance by car. Little Susie left the room in tears after being scolded by her parents. Al was telling her something, but she suddenly snapped at him. Kim suddenly stopped playing and threw the ball at Noah. Mr. Griffith always reacts with anger whenever a student makes a mistake. You can't make friends by being grumpy all the time. This story was written by Agatha Christie. I love Sandra's attitude to everything. She always does things in a joyful manner. You'll actually save time by going there on foot. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to talk about prepositions of cause, purpose, and reason. Let's get started. Remember that a preposition is usually a short word used to link nouns, pronouns, or phrases to other words within a sentence. Have a look at the example over here. If I'm not mistaken, her birthday is in May. Note that the word in is a preposition and it's used to link the noun May to her birthday. Now there are many types of prepositions, and among them are prepositions of cause, purpose, and reason. Remember that they are used to indicate why, what for, or because of what something happens. We usually use these prepositions when we answer the question beginning with why. Have a look at the example over here. Why don't you eat breakfast? I don't eat breakfast to sleep more in the mornings. Now the preposition of cause to in this sentence tells us what for. Now there are several commonly used prepositions of cause, purpose, and reason. Now let's have a look at those uses. A. Due to. Now due to is used to express the cause of the action. Have a look at the example over here. Due to her strict parents, Liz rarely went out. It was difficult for her to make friends, meaning that her parents were the cause of her not making friends. B. To. To is used to express the purpose of the action. Now it's usually followed by a verb. Have a look at the example over here. People go to clubs to dance and to meet new people. Now these two things are the purpose of people going to clubs, dancing and meeting new people. C. For. For is used to express the reason of the action. Remember that it's usually followed by a noun or pronoun or adjourned. For example, he was taken to the police station for driving under influence. Now, DUI was the reason he was taken to the police station. Now remember that because of is also used to express the reason of something happening. Have a look at the example over here. I need to go home earlier because of my sick cat, meaning that my cat is sick, and that's why I need to go home earlier. Now let's review and practice a bit. Remember that we use due to express the cause of the action, and we use to express the purpose of the action. Note that to is usually followed by a verb. Now read the following sentence and fill in the gaps using the appropriate preposition. Emma always has to go to the shop on the outskirts of the city. Buy soy milk, her dairy allergy. Emma always has to go to the shop on the outskirts of the city to buy soy milk due to her dairy allergy. Now we use to express the purpose of the action. Remember that to is usually followed by a verb, and we use for to express the reason of the action. And for is usually followed by a noun or pronoun or adjourned. Now read the following sentences and fill in the gaps using the appropriate preposition. My parents always give extra pocket money to my little brother doing well at school. Thankfully, he is saving up the money, buy a computer instead of spending it on food. My parents always give extra pocket money to my little brother for doing well at school. Thankfully, he is saving up the money to buy a computer instead of spending it on food. Here is a short story using prepositions of cause, purpose, and reason. Listen as I read so you can see how they are used in real-life conversation. After I'm done, make sure you understand all the grammar and read aloud yourself so that you can work on your own fluency and pronunciation. Why can't you go out with us tonight? That's all because of my parents. They are quite strict and don't want me going out late at night. But you aren't going to be alone. I know. They think that all people go to clubs only to get drunk, but I've never done anything inappropriate. There is no reason for them being so negative about it. You're still living with your parents, so you can't really do anything about it. We'll go out some other time then, okay? Now, time for you to practice on your own. Read the following sentences and underline the correct preposition. A. We would like for, to, thank you, for, to, your hospitality. B. The kid left the room due to cry in his room. C. Dan's mom can't drink milk because of her allergy. D. It's all because of you. E. We're so happy to have you here. F. I always bring sweets to my little cousins when I'm visiting them. G. Their shop was closed down due to the financial struggles. H. Oh, the things we do due to love. I. Due to the shortage of staff, we are working overtime. J. Timothy always makes coffee because of for his wife in the morning. And now, let's check your answers. We would like to thank you for your hospitality. The kid left the room to cry in his room. Dan's mom can't drink milk because of her allergy. It's all because of you. We're so happy to have you here. I always bring sweets for my little cousins when I'm visiting them. Their shop was closed down due to the financial struggles. Oh, the things we do for love. Due to the shortage of staff, we are working overtime now. Timothy always makes coffee for his wife in the morning. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Welcome to this tutorial. Today, we're going to talk about prepositional phrases. Let's get started. Now, a prepositional phrase is a group of words consisting of a preposition and a noun, pronoun, gerund, or clause. Have a look at the example over here. She tried to calm down the baby by singing lullabies. Now, by singing lullabies is a prepositional phrase, and note that it consists of a preposition, by, gerund, singing, and a noun, lullabies. A prepositional phrase always consists of two basic parts at minimum, the preposition and its object. Have a look at the example over here. I think I'll be at home. At is a preposition and home is a noun, object of the sentence. Now, a prepositional phrase is a group of words that consist of a preposition and a noun, as in the example over here. Eric was fired from McDonald's. Preposition, noun. B, a preposition and a pronoun. For example, he always leaves little presents for me. For is the preposition and me pronoun. C, a preposition and a gerund. For example, Carol managed to lose some weight thanks to exercising. 2, exercising, gerund. D, a preposition and a clause. For example, I need to talk to you about stuff we need for our trip. Clause. Now, a prepositional phrase can function either as an adjective or an adverb in the sentence. Now, as an adjective, the prepositional phrase answers the question, which one? Have a look at the examples below. The boy with red hair was taking photos outside. Which one? The one with the red hair. And as an adverb, the prepositional phrase answers the questions how, when, where. Have a look at the example over here. Gabby went for a run at 5 o'clock. When did she go for a run? At 5 o'clock. Now let's review and practice a bit. Remember that a prepositional phrase is a group of words consisting of a preposition and a noun, pronoun, gerund, or clause. Now read the sentences below and underline the prepositional phrases. You can lose some weight by not eating anything, but it's a bad idea. By not eating, which is preposition plus gerund. I'll be staying at my grandma's place tonight. At my grandma's place, preposition plus noun. Also remember that as an adverb, the prepositional phrase answers the question how, when, where. Now read the following sentences and match them. Also, underline the prepositional phrases. A. How long have you been learning Italian? B. When did you wake up? C. Where did you buy such a pretty pair of boots? 1. Oh, thank you. I got them at our local mall. 2. I've been trying to master it for 10 years. 3. At 8 o'clock, though it's my day off today. How long have you been learning Italian? I've been trying to master it for 10 years. When did you wake up? At 8 o'clock, though it's my day off. Where did you buy such a pretty pair of boots? Oh, thank you. I got them at our local mall. Here is a short story using prepositional phrases. Listen as I read so you can see how they are used in real-life conversation. After I'm done, make sure you understand all the grammar and read aloud yourself so that you can work on your own fluency and pronunciation. Do you have any plans for tonight? Yeah, I'm going on a date with David. I think we're going to a bar or something. With whom? With David, my colleague. He's a really nice guy. He was transferred from another department about a month ago, and we have so much in common. Oh, that's amazing. Let's hang out some other time then. Sure. And now, time for you to practice on your own. Read the following sentences and underline the correct preposition. A. In, on a beautiful Thursday morning, I found out that I got expelled from to university. B. My grandma Judy grew up in a farm in Idaho. C. Come over onto here. Look at that cute puppy. D. Could you pass me that book? Which one? The one from with a yellow cover. E. My grandparents live in of a tiny house in by the lake. F. Stop beating above around a bush. I can't understand anything. G. I always see people jogging on through the park. H. There was a huge pile of books under into the desk. I. Jenny can't have guests over at her place because of the landlord. J. Ben got sick due by eating junk food all the time. And now, let's check your answers. On a beautiful Thursday morning, I found out that I got expelled from university. My grandma Judy grew up on a farm in Idaho. Come over here. Look at that cute puppy. Could you pass me that book? Which one? The one with a yellow cover. My grandparents live in a tiny house by the lake. Stop beating around a bush. I can't understand anything. I always see people jogging through the park. There was a huge pile of books under the desk. Jenny can't have guests over at her place because of the landlord. Ben got sick by eating junk food all the time. Thank you for watching this tutorial.